All right, welcome everyone back to the TD Sports Press podcast. We are live on this Friday night. We're going to recap some games, and then tomorrow we have a huge day of college basketball, and we are going to preview, I think, what we got on here, 1, 2, 3, about 6 games for you tonight. And then, yeah, we're going to have a great Saturday tomorrow. We're posting this on a Friday night right after. We'll talk about the first game, what is going on in Indiana. I'm not sure what that effort was. St. Louis, they get back on the right track. Is VCU done? Can VCU still get an at-large bid? Those are some things that we are going to cover on the show tonight. So without further ado, let's get right into this one right here. Let's get it pulled up here. So Indiana gets blown out. Hold on, fix that. There we go. Sorry. All right, we had some difficulties. Okay. Okay, there we go. We had to fix some stuff. All right, we're back. Anyway, Indiana gets blown out by number 7 Purdue. I mean, we can go ahead and look at this game, look at the box score. I mean, it was just crazy. Let's get that game pulled up for us. I mean, Purdue won this game by 30. I mean, it wasn't even close. I mean, it kind of looked like Purdue was on a mission, to be honest with you. It was just, we were not going to lose this game after getting beat by, they got beat by Michigan at home, and they really needed to win this because they got beat by Indiana last time they played there. So, we can pull that. I mean, for the most part, it wasn't even really close. Looking at the box score here for Purdue, I mean, Purdue, they shot 65% from the field. I mean, you're going to win a lot of games where you're going 33 to 51 from the field. They went 56% from 3, which is something that, I mean, that's absolutely crazy. You're really not used to seeing a team do that. And then there's 17-25 for the foul line. Wren had a big game, 20. Braden Smith had 15. Lawyer, that Lawyer is so big for Purdue. If Lawyer is going for Purdue can play with just about anyone. He is that key guy they got to get going. Their bench got going. You got Omar Meyer having 18.6 of 8 from the bench. I mean, they got production all over. They got a lot of other guys into the game, which is great. Then we can go look at Indiana's box score for you here. Wilkerson had 20, and that was about the bright spot of their thing. You're not going to beat a lot of teams when you shoot 7 to 20 from the three-point line. That's just not how that's going to work. You cannot go 7 to 20 from the three-point line and expect to beat good teams. Shot 52% from the field, 60% from the foul line. I mean, they got out-rebounded by 15. I mean, you can't have 15 rebounds in a game like this and expect to win. So let's talk about the outlooks of both these teams before we get going here. Purdue, number 7 Purdue. I have Purdue as a 2 seed right now. This is going to keep them on the 2 line. They might have some cushion based off what happens tomorrow. There's a couple teams we'll be talking about that are on the 2 line that will have some implications on what would happen with Purdue. Purdue's just got to keep playing good ball. They got to get over that Michigan loss, and they just got to keep playing together. They'll be all right if they keep playing together. Indiana's outlook is Indiana, man, their margin of error keeps getting little by little. Their bubble is starting to burst just a little bit. Purdue, I mean, Indiana, a couple weeks ago, they just beat UCLA. They beat Purdue in the same week. They looked like they were going to go high flying after that. And after that, man, they've kind of let the brakes off, I would say. So it is not looking good for it's not looking good for them right now. So they got to figure that out. Indiana, the schedule doesn't get any easier for Indiana as well. So it doesn't get any easier. So Indiana's got to figure it out. I mean, they're probably on the 10 line right now, maybe the 11. That is not going to look good for the metrics, getting beat by 30 by Purdue. It is Purdue, but you just can't do that if you want to make the NCAA tournament. It just cannot happen. So got to give your props up to Purdue for that game. And then the next game that we had tonight, number 17 St. Louis beats bubble team VCU. What a game this was. VCU, this box score is kind of misleading. VCU kind of had control of this game for about 30 minutes, I would say. What was the game at halftime? Score at halftime here. Let's get it pulled up here, please. At halftime, I mean, VCU was up 3 with about 10 minutes to go, and then, man, St. Louis went on an 18-2 run and kind of just bursted, everything. I mean, it was not good at all, VCU. So, yeah, St. Louis, they get right back on track. They had a bad loss against Rhode Island that's just going to hurt their bubble case. But they had to respond. They responded against a really good VCU team. We can look at the box score for St. Louis. 10 of 19 from the foul line. They probably want to have that up about to 70%. 10 of 25 from 3, 52% from the field. That's probably exactly where you want to be. 42 rebounds. Both teams have 42 rebounds. A lot of missed shots, it looks like. The box score for both these teams look identical. You got to give up for both teams. So what's the outlook of this game that we're currently talking about? St. Louis, they're probably going to be a high 8 seed, low 7 for me come Sunday, depending on some results and some teams ahead of them. A game we'll be talking about a little bit later. That will be very interesting. The outlook for VCU. VCU their bubbles burst. I just don't see a path for VCU now to make the NCAA tournament unless they win the A10. I just don't see it for VCU. This was their golden opportunity to get that quad 1 win against the St. Louis. A quad 1A, St. Louis is, I think, top 20 in the net ranking. I might be wrong on that. But I think they're close to that. So, yeah, VCU, it's going to be a long hill to climb to get back to where they want to be. So, that's something to keep in mind. So, great A10 game. This box score, like I said, is misleading. VCU really controlled this game for about 30 minutes, and then they just couldn't put it away. So, got to give your props up to St. Louis to getting back on track. So, with that, those are our game previews. Some other games like Miami, Ohio won. I think that was the other major one. Let me make sure. In terms of teams that even mid majors that can make the tournament, I think that was Miami, Ohio is only the other one. Let me take a look here. Can we fix this, please? Thank you. Maybe. There we go. Let's take a look here. Miami, Ohio, they're now 27-0. Miami, Ohio, they're going to keep going up on the bubble. I have them as a 10 seed right now. Some people don't like that. Some people say it's too low. Some people say it's too high. Akron, that's another team to watch out for the MAC. Akron is now 13-1. They're a team that's looking to get revenge at Miami, Ohio. That's going to be a good game. St. Peter's lost. They're 12-5 in the MAAC. Green Bay won with their coach being suspended. Other than that, Merrimack is 15-2 in their league now. They won in overtime, so that's huge for Merrimack. So those are about the 4 games that had some tournament implication. Merrimack's just got to keep going, and they'll be all right. With that being said, it's time to get into games tomorrow, and I think we already know the games we're going to be talking about. First off, so. First game we're going to talk about, which I'm so excited to talk about here. Let's get her pulled up for us right here. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. All right, we're good now. Okay, perfect. Number 3, Duke. Number 1, Michigan. And Washington, D.C. It's one of those neutral site games. This game's going to be good. Super excited for this game. Michigan, number 1. Duke, 24-2. Michigan is a 2.5-point favorite. Duke is favored according to ESPN Analytics, whatever they put into that. Let's talk about this game. The get-in price right now, the get-in price is $426 to go watch this game. I think the Washington, because they're playing where the Washington Wizards play, I think that the Washington Wizards, their tickets might be $15 if they're lucky. So let's look at the last 5 for both teams. Michigan is 5-0 in their last 5. And they've looked really dominant in all 5 games. There really hasn't been a game. Purdue came on late, but they didn't really pose a threat. Duke, they've blown out teams other than that loss to UNC, who was healthy at the time of that game. And so, this is going to be a really good game. we can look at both teams here. Duke. I mean, they're both these teams are really similar. Boozer, he's averaging 22 and 10 rebounds and 4 assists. I mean, it's very rare. And I know it's the year of the freshman. It's very rare to see a player lead his team in points, rebounds, and assists. So Boozer, he's going to be a very key to this game. Lindenberg, he has averaging 14 and 7, and then you got so yeah, I'm excited for that matchup, for those two going at each other. So yeah, who is going to win this game? Number 1, Duke, who, I'm going to redo this for our YouTube short. Number 1, Michigan. Number 3, Duke. Who is going to win this game? Michigan is currently a 2.5-point favorite at the time of this recording. Michigan coming in winning their last 5. Duke 4-1. We look at this game right here. Duke, they have a lot to win. I have Duke right now as my number 2 overall team in my bracketology. I have Michigan as my number 1 team in my bracketology. Can Duke go over Michigan if they win this game? We'll have to reevaluate after the game. So who is my game pick to win? This is a great non-conference. I love these non-conference games in February. Marquee game on ESPN, 4:30. Give me Michigan to win this game. I just think Michigan is moving at another level right now than a lot of other teams. It's going to take a team that I don't pick to win, because I can't go against Michigan right now. The way they looked against Purdue, I mean, they made Purdue the first half look like a JV basketball team. Granted, Purdue did, play better in the second half, but Michigan is just moving at another level right now. I think Cam Boozer can keep him in this thing, but he's going to need a partner to go with him. He can't be the only one to do it. And it's going to be a great game at Washington, D.C. Give me Michigan to beat Duke. I think that's going to be a very exciting game. Super excited for that game. Like I said, I mean, you can't draw up a better game than that right now. Let's move on. Next game that we'll be talking about. Number 4, Arizona. Number 2, Houston. This game is a 1 p.m. tip-off on ABC. Arizona coming off a win against BYU. Houston kind of licking their wounds a little bit right now after getting beat by Iowa State, a game that they should have won, in my opinion. They were in that game for the entire time. Line opened up at 3.5 for Houston. It's now up to 5.5. Arizona still struggling with some injuries coming into this game. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Arizona is 3-2 in their last 5. Houston is 4-1 in their last 5. Who is going to win this game? Number 4, Arizona. Number 2, Houston on ABC at Houston. Right now in my bracketology, as we were making this, I have Arizona as my number 3 overall seed. I have Houston as my number 4 overall seed. So I'm going to take Houston to win this game. I think injuries for Arizona is the difference in this. There's still, and I think there's going to be some minute restrictions going around as well. So give me Houston to win this game. Houston's coming off that loss against Iowa State, a team that they should have beat. I think Iowa State's a great team, but Houston, they had that game. I mean, they were up 10 with like 4 minutes to go, maybe it was 5 minutes to go, and they just fell apart. And Kevin Sampson's going to have that team ready to go. Give me Houston to win this game. It should be a fun game. I mean, regardless, it should be a fun game. I'm looking forward to watching this game on ABC. So it should be a really fun game. Give me Houston to win this game. It should be a really good one. Moving on, our next game pick that we will be doing tonight, number 14, Virginia and Miami. Virginia is a team coming into this I don't think has played up to their potential lately. In terms of, I think they're a better team than what they have shown. And I think Virginia fans would agree with that. Miami might be one of the hottest teams in the country coming into this game. We can look at their last 5 here. Maybe. Both teams are at the top of the ACC standings. Here we go. Yeah. Miami is 4-1 in their last 5, and Virginia is 5-0. So, I mean, it hasn't been pretty the way Virginia's been winning, but they did look good against Georgia Tech. A lot of people picked Georgia Tech to win that game, which was crazy. They were never going to win that. Georgia Tech, it's crazy. But anyway, looking at both these games, I mean, Miami barely pulled it out against Virginia Tech. Both outlooks we can look at both these teams right now. I have Virginia on my 5 line as of right now, my top seed on my 5 line. And I have Miami currently on my 8 line. Miami is one of those teams I don't think you want to play in the tournament on a neutral court. I think it's a little bit different. when they go there. Both teams, I mean, you get similar numbers for some of their best players. Should be very interesting. This game is at noon on ESPN2. So Miami, Virginia, who is going to win this game? Miami is an 8.5-point dog in this game. I'm going to take Virginia to win this game. I think Miami's going to keep this close. I think Miami is one of the hottest teams in the country, which I just talked about. And Virginia, they're just a team that hasn't played to their potential back-to-back games. They have one good game, then they're a little bit inconsistent in the next. I think this is a spot where you see Virginia show that they're a top 16 seed. I think this is like in terms of a top 16 overall seed when we fix that. So give me Virginia to win this at home. I wouldn't be surprised if Miami wins this, but I'm going to take Virginia to win this game right now. I love the way Virginia, the roster's made. I love the toughness of this team. And yeah, they're kind of under the radar, I would say. I like Virginia to win this game, but watch out for Miami. Miami can make this game very interesting, and we'll see what happens from that. So should be a very good game between those two teams. All right, we got a couple more for you here tonight. We are going number 5, UConn is playing Villanova. Both these teams, I can give you my little bracketology for them. I have UConn as my number 5 overall seed, or number 6 overall seed right now. I have Villanova currently on the 7 line, or they might be the last 6. No, they're on the 7. So last time these two teams played, it was a great game. Villanova should have pulled that game out. For Villanova had UConn on their heels coming into this game. So very interesting. This game is a 3:30 start on TNT. We can look at both these, or the last 5 games for both these teams right here for us, right here. UConn obviously coming off that disheartening loss to Creighton. UConn, you look at their last 4 games, they haven't played their best ball, but they are 3-1. Villanova's won their last 5. They avoided a scare against Xavier at Xavier. So, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a great game. Both teams are Villanova's 12-3 in the Big East. UConn is 14-2 in the Big East. So who's going to win this game? UConn, or number 5 UConn and Villanova. Let's look at this game. UConn opened up as a 1.5-point favorite. Now they're a 2.5-point favorite at Villanova. And in this game, give me Villanova to win this game at home. I love Villanova is one of the most underrated teams in the country. I really do believe that. I think Villanova is going to beat UConn tomorrow. I think UConn coming on, I know they just got beat by Creighton. They're going to have a great week of practice. I think UConn's a great team. But I think Villanova, when Villanova's good, it is so hard to win at Villanova. Villanova's a different team at home compared to when they're on the road. This just feels like a great spot for Villanova to pick up that win and move up to that 5-6 line. I could definitely see this. I think Villanova's a team I would not want to play come March Madness. With their experience on that team, the great coaching staff that they have assembled there. Give me Villanova to upset Connecticut tomorrow. I think that's my upset of the day tomorrow, is that game right there. Should be a fun game. Super excited for that game. It's going to be awesome. And then lastly, we got one more game before we get on out of here. Number 6, Iowa State. Number 23, BYU at BYU. Iowa State coming into this game, winners of their last, I would think 4 of 5. If I remember right, BYU is 2-5 in their last 7. I mean, it is not looking good for them right now. Let's look at, Iowa State's won their 4 of the last 5. BYU has won 2 of their last 5. And obviously you can look at BYU. They have some injuries. You got Richie. That's Richie Saunders is a huge piece of BYU. He's currently out. Iowa State coming off 2 big wins at home. Saturday against Kansas, Monday against Houston. I mean, they're one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team in the country. I currently have Iowa State as my number 5 rated my number 5 rated team going into this game. So who's going to win this game? Number 6, Iowa State going to number 23, BYU. That line opened up at 3.5. It's already down to 2.5 for Iowa State. I will say Iowa State's a different team on the road compared to when they're at home. Their metrics on the road compared to when they're home, obviously their metrics are going to be better at home. But the difference between when they're on the road compared to when they're at home is completely different. We look at BYU. BYU's coming off that tough loss at Arizona. They just can't put a full game together. Their offense has been struggling lately. Can BYU get the job done? I'm going to take BYU to win this at home. I think their BYU's fan base, I know some of them follow me on Twitter, on X, and they have been so negative about their team lately. And I don't know why. I mean, they still got AJ, they got Rob Wright. They just got to build around them. They got to build confidence around the players that play around them. I'm going to take BYU to win this at home. This feels like a good spot for them. 8:30 elevation. Iowa State's metrics are not good on the road. Iowa State's definitely a better home team. And I think Kevin Young and that squad is going to get that win they've been looking for. They don't have that 1A win yet, and this would be a 1A win, or quad 1A win. Like, this would be a great win for BYU. So that is our full slate for tomorrow. We're going to go ahead. Tomorrow we'll post our game picks like we always do in the morning on TikTok. But hey, if you made it to this point of the show, make sure you guys follow, subscribe. Thanks for everyone that's made it here. We'll be back live tomorrow, 9:30ish, right in between that when that BYU Iowa State game will be going live. So with that being said, thanks for everyone that's made it this far, and we will see you tomorrow at the same time.